Alright guys, before this video starts, there's a few things that I want to say that has transpired since I made and edited this video. And number one is I have been in contact with Reaper Racing 2 or 3 times about him coming onto my channel directly and, you know, addressing all the things that has happened through the show, where Reaper Racing intends on going, you know, forward with what has happened and what his intentions is with 2 cars. And I've got some yeses and I've got some no's, some maybes, so who knows. If you go to watch some of his live videos, you can see some of my comments in there, and you know, if you want to help my cause, go in there and try to, you know, persuade them into doing it. You know, I mean, I would love to see him come on this channel and, you know, address all the stuff that is going on right now. That is the main topic surrounding the show, and I want it addressed, and I have several questions that I think would answer the questions and not put his contract in jeopardy. And the second thing is, the link for the shirts is finally available. There should be a link at the top of the screen to my shirts. They're Gildan shirts. They are the most comfortable shirts you'll ever put on. Right now, the only colors I have is, it's a gray shirt with, they're going to basically look just like this. And it's this same exact shirt actually. And this is the most comfortable shirt that I have put on. The only thing that the picture on the website does not show is there is a weathered American flag on the sleeve right here, because America. And we're going to support America on this channel. We just are. So that is the only difference that is not showed on that. And they range anywhere from 15 to 18 bucks depending on size and where you live. So hey, you can't, even if you want to wear it to work in, 15 bucks is an awesome price for a shirt, especially an extremely comfortable one. So we're going to stick with only the top materials on it, and because nobody wants an itchy shirt that doesn't wear right. I don't, but go pick up a couple of shirts, you know, wear them, support us, and I'm going to kick this video off right here. But remember, everything that you're hearing right now is I'm going back and putting on the beginning of the video, and all this has kind of transpired since I made this video. So with no further ado, let's kick this video off right here. What's going on, everyone? As you can tell by the title of this video what it's going to be about. I mean, it's been all over the internet, all over Facebook, YouTube, all of my comments, emails, everything, and there's several theories about what happened, and we're going to go over every one of them right now. We're going to go over several scenarios of why what happened Monday night happened. And the first one that I want to say is from a source who I'm not going to say is directly connected to Street Outlaws, but is in that community, and I don't know the credibility of it. And normally I don't put stuff that I find not credible out here, but this scenario kind of makes you question it, so I'm going to give it to you as one of the viable scenarios. The first one is that car doesn't fit the rules of the show. It is more of a pro mod than anybody else on the show. He didn't build the car to start with for the show, and although it does technically barely scrape in as part of the street, and I put that in quotation, street car, you know, rules that the show has to have. And you know, the chassis, the front end, it to be considered a street car on the show or street race car or whatever, it has to have so much a factory frame rail, which it doesn't. It has to have a factory style front end, which it doesn't. And the only thing that the car has that fits the rules is the steel quarters and top, and the VIN, and a factory wheelbase, and that is the only ones that fit the show rules or whatever you want to call it. But that one supposedly doesn't, and they have been trying to figure out a way to get him off the show or something along them lines, get that car off of the show. And one reason why I think that is just a possibility is because he's bringing the Reaper car back, and I don't think he would bring the Reaper car back if he didn't have to. I feel like he put enough money into that car, and what is he going to use the car for if he doesn't use it for the show? And he put so much money into that car why did he put it into it if it's not going to fit the rules of the show? That's one. Two is he just got screwed. You know, he went live several times this week and said that he was quitting the show. Said he was calling Discovery, saying he was doing all this and doing all that. And, you know, what is the chances of him putting all this out there before he actually done it if he wasn't going to do it? You know, is it part of the reality thing? You know, who knows? I really wish that it would have come together to where I could have let him tell you via my camera his side of the story. From what I was told from his source at Reaper Camp, like a direct contact to him, a part of Reaper Racing told me that he was truly heartbroken and he did not want to do the public interview because of his, you know, emotions and stuff like that with all that is revolving the show. I'm not out here to bash on Reaper by any means. That's not what this video is for. But the reason that I haven't done the video is because I thought that he would tell you himself through my channel, through my camera, the true story. And everybody's seen what happened Monday night with Chief, you know, bumping the light and that little grin on his face and all that. And it, you know, I went live right after the show and it was dirty. It was awful. If that was true, what really happened, you know, it was completely uncalled for and goofy. It was stupid, you know. I'm not sure. I don't know. You know, I've heard so many times that, you know, Rican didn't even have a helmet on. And for one, he wasn't in a race car, but I think that if he planned on making that pass to begin with, the insurance or whatever they have for that show would have required him to have a helmet. They wasn't going to launch that car, test that car, make a hit in that car. That wasn't the plan from the beginning. And Reaper signed the same paper, so he should have known that. And I don't know how many of you know this, but Reaper was on the show several years ago, and he was the same mouth and same, you know, what they call shot to the arm that the show needed to create more controversy and let the reality side of the show shine more. And he has been that. You know, he's been into it with every one of them. He has passion of racing, and he's got the money to do it. You know, he went live Monday night right after the show, driving down the road, going from picking up the Reaper car, talking about it, and, you know, he talked for a second, and then he just said, cut it off, I'm done. Well, the next morning, he went live again and kind of broke it down. I mean, I want to say it was something like a 40-minute, you know, interview. I seen it when it was live, actually happened, and that's when I got in contact with his people. And he was saying, you know, the integrity of the list is not there anymore, is, you know, the reason he was quitting. And, you know, Chief cannot be impartial if he has a car on the list, which that part is true. You know, I don't think that there is anybody that you see on the show every night or every Monday night that would be impartial enough to be the race master, because everyone you see there every Monday night is affiliated with someone. You know, Farm Truck, even though I've heard that name a lot, Farm Truck needs to be it. Well, Farm Truck knows them all, especially the OG guys, and he is part of Jeff Lutt's crew. So, you know, there's nobody that I know that is on the show every Monday night that is completely impartial. It's just not. You know, I'm sure there's somebody there who is more impartial than any. You know, some of the people who run Outlaw Armageddon, which is happening this weekend, if you didn't know, but some of the people that run Outlaw Armageddon, maybe, you know, Nick, or, you know, just some of those guys, I know that some of them is more part of Dave's crew than anybody's, but they are impartial enough to run these giant races, you know, right. So, you know, it is what it is. There isn't a whole lot that a race master can do cheating wise, or, you know, maybe pulling them in or something like that. So I really don't think that it matters. You know, it is on national television. Like, if Reaper would have lost, you know, they could have called that flagging into judgment. But if you think about it, the only really true way that a race master or a flagger could really screw you is how they pull you up to the line. Because your crew member pulls you, you know, around a foot from the line. So all his job to do is to pull you into the line, and when you get to the line and he stops you, you are supposed to be ready to go whenever the light comes on. Theoretically, it does not matter when that light comes on. You know, if he stood out there for 5 minutes and burnt you down, yes. But, you know, he took a few steps back and he bumped the light a couple of times. And you're not supposed to go until you see the light. You don't go when you see him bringing the light up. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to let go of the button until the light comes on. Reaper done a good job at that. I'll give him that. But, you know, there was several people who knew about what was going to happen and told Rican before it happened. And, you know, that did give Rican an upper hand a little bit, but look at the difference in the cars. If Reaper's car is good enough to be considered one of the fastest cars in the world, he shouldn't have had a problem against that car anyway. So he should have won. That gave Reaper an upper hand. The more I have thought about it, it was unfair. Yes, I'm not doubting that. But everything that happened shouldn't have caused Reaper to lose. You know, the games that was played was bullshit. I'll give you that. But he had that race won from the jump. It wasn't give to him. He just had to make a buy run for it. Is a way to look at it. You know, it wasn't as much cheating as what it appears. But it was dirty. I'll give you that. But for him to quit the show, I don't think it was that dirty. You know, the brotherhood and all that is gone. You know, I have seen where they have come together and made a few decisions as a group, and I do like that part of it. And maybe that's what they're talking about from the beginning. You know, who really knows except the people in the 405, Street Outlaws, the contract signed cast members is the best way I know to put it. And, you know, Reaper has made this long, you know, and he has gained a following from people who feel sorry for him. And I don't think that's Reaper. I really don't. He says that he's not going to, you know, he's quitting the show and all that, but yet he hasn't called Discovery. And he tells you he hasn't. I truly don't think he's going to leave. I think that he's pissed off. I think that he is not going anywhere. He will be there next season. Wait and see. He will come out, you know, being, you know, an asshole or whatever to try to justify what happened. And unless he makes a big leap with the Reaper car, he's not going to go anywhere. They're tired of him hanging around the bottom of the list and always saying he has a #1 car. That is what they're mad at. Now, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do know that the Reaper car is running Megalodon's old engine. Megalodon is fast. Megalodon is insane fast. That is one healthy motor. That is a insane setup, and it was also in a first generation Camaro. So we're going to get to see if it's the engine or, you know, the tune, or if it's the car and driver, because Megalodon's got a winning car. So with that setup, in theory, Reaper should too. I know there's a million different variables that will change between car to car, but the power plant has the power and the consistency and all that to win races, to be fast, and to be a huge threat. So, in theory, Reaper should be able to do what he said he was going to do since day one, and that is run up to #1. Let's see if it happens. He's made it to 5. He might have even hit 4 for just a second, but he stayed at 5 for a while and slowly just kind of worked his way between mostly 8, 9, 10, but in between the bottom 5, and hasn't went any further. Reaper, if you do get to see this, hey, y'all have my information. If you want to tell your side of the story to my followers, my watchers, and all that, hit me up with the email address across the screen. April has the information. I've been in contact with her several times. Let me know. I would love to hear your side. Everybody watching this video would love to hear your side. It is something I think that needs to be addressed. If you're true, if you're not, you know, all the games that was played, and what really is going on in the Reaper camp. Let me know. But, as always, Tom 80 videos. Any video that was on the screen right now, this whole video you've seen was from Tom 80. Tom 80 is an amazing, amazing filmer that goes to all of these no prep, all of these live events that he can get to. And he has amazing footage. He is at Outlaw Armageddon right now, and he has already posted several insane videos. So, go check out Tom 80 videos if you haven't. There's a link on the screen right now. And the other giveaway I have going right now is $50 to the best package I receive in the P.O. Box that's on the screen right now. P.O. Box 431, Jacksonville, Alabama, 36265. The giveaway ends the last day of this month. So Send it, hurry, let's get there, and thank y'all very much for watching. Godspeed.